Want More Comics and Games presents New Comic Book Day, December 10th, 2025. Absolute Batman introduces us to the man who never jokes in issue number 15. DCKO brings us round 2 with Hawkman vs. Aquaman 12 and round 3 with Wonder Woman vs. Lobo. The Amazing Spider-Man gets issue number 17. Marvel Knight's Punisher is on number 3 and the end of 2099 is here, but the end is only the beginning when it comes to these heroes. Image Comics hitting their 90s stride with a new Transformers 27, Witchblade 17 and a brand new volume of Darkness from Mark Silvestri. A new creative team takes over the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for issue number 13. Miss Truesdale returns with The Rise of Man number 1 and Minor Arcana reaches issue number 12. Get what you want and more at iwantmorecomics.com.
Tuesday.
Ooh, it's hype time.
It doesn't really have the same ring as like Sunday. That's probably why they had the Munch truck
probably,
rallies
yeah.
on Sunday. So it's not
That makes sense, yeah.
Tuesday, man.
the peanut gallery over here.
Taco Tuesday. If I had a taco, I'd be way hyped, way more hyped.
You can't
Just
get
saying.
hyped over these comics?
I can get hyped, but I'd be double hyped with tacos and comics. That's all I'm saying.
It's fair enough. Welcome to Tuesday's Hype Show. Keith and Richie here one more time to take you through this week's releases. Decent stack out there that's going to be on the rack for tomorrow, but why wait? That's why you tune in. That's why you can jump on the website right now and you follow along, add to your cart, and check out as we go. Books will be available in store 10 a.m. tomorrow, or if you need the stuff shipped, by all means, click on that button and turn around and get it delivered for you. Too bad there's nothing big this week for you, Richie, huh?
Yeah, yep. There's not a lot to talk about, unfortunately. There might be a few things.
Maybe.
So we'll try. We'll try to
All
chat
right,
it out.
all right. Struggle through, buddy.
Yeah, we'll struggle. I think what I want to start out with is the Bad Idea comic coming out this week. We don't talk about Bad Idea too often, but when I see a really good one, I want to bring it up. Ordained number 1 hits the racks this week. It had been hyped for a while. This one is, I feel like, going to take off. I think it's going to have some heat behind it. The basis of the story is Navy SEAL turned priest gives last rites to a ordinary guy that he knows of, and finds out that this guy is actually the head of the Irish mob. So to atone for his sins, he spills everything. He just tells the good priest every little minor detail he ever did to try to get into Heaven's Gate and repent. The good priest allows him to do so and lets him get the opportunity to pass and head to Heaven's pearly gates. However, he makes a recovery and goes right back to business as usual. But the first thing he's got to do is tighten up some loose ends, which means he's got to kill the priest. But again, this is no ordinary priest, so it's baddie versus baddie with a grit-oriented story from Robert Venditti.
Well, and we knew even at FOC, and we had hyped it up at that point in time, it is greenlit in Hollywood. It is getting put together by John Wick-related people. And for the life of me, it's totally blanking on who they had signed to do that. Was it Colin Farrell? Was it? It's somebody like that.
Maybe? Okay.
Already attached. So this is... it's weird because you're hearing about all this before the number 1 drops. So we did have quite a few orders for that already there. And people were on the train for that. So,
all right. So that one I would suggest picking up. It is, because it is Bad Idea, it is harder for us to order. So if it's something you're interested in, grab it up now. It is available. We will move over to a new number 1 from Image, which will also help answer a question in our comment section.
We can get there to that question, certainly.
Let's talk about Darkness number 1. Yes, Mark Silvestri's back with his character and we are getting Witchblade took off with really, really big success. So I am thinking this will have the same. It's not that big of a jump from Witchblade to Darkness, and I think there's a story to tell. I'm looking forward to it greatly. But we were asked about the Mac variants, which I did highlight on the reel, but something happens sometimes when we receive things here in the shop.
You mean the Gremlins?
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately, sometimes they're used like hockey pucks.
Yep. So those came in damaged. We do hope to get replacements on that. We have the 1 in 25 David Mack, but we did have a stack of the David Mack full dress versions available. But yeah, Richie lost the battle with the Gremlins, so they got to him. And that's,
yes, that is correct.
It
was
like,
not a
like
fair
all
fight.
things around here, if it goes wrong, we just say it's Richie's fault. And
I will say though, if you are worried about that potential when things are damaged, pre-ordering it will put your mind at ease, because when we do get those replacements, you're the first ones to get it. Outside of that, you're going to have to wait to see if we get replacements that are good enough for the shelf.
And I will say this, Nam, you did pre-order it. It is there, and the first ones that come in good will be pulled for you and the two others that were already ahead of the game.
Look at that, gang. See? So
playing the
just
game
sit
right.
back and relax, man. It'll come to you.
Yeah, so we would expect something like this if it gets damaged to be 1 to 2 weeks out.
Mm-hmm. We will move over to Mad Cave Studios with their new number 1 called Our Soot-Stained Heart. This is basically a really dystopian future where children are forced to work in kind of like a coal mine lifestyle, and they rebel. This is the beginning of it. Mad Cave is a bit of an independent, so I thought I'd highlight it.
I do not know this creative team, but that cover is the same as your interior artist and a co-writer on that. So I would, it's definitely got quality behind it right there.
Mm-hmm. For those that have been reading Miss Truesdale in Dark Horse Comics, we do have another mini series on the way. This is The Rise of Man from the Hellboy creator Mike Mignola and art Jesse Lonergan. This is a 4-parter for the next run. So
the Hellboy universe has turned into a whole series of miniseries, which is really good for proper storytelling. You don't have to drag something on if you don't have a good story to be told at the time. But you've got 2 variants on that. This is the Lonergan variant on it there. It's kind of got a very creepy feel with those eyes. What's going on?
Yes. Yeah. Everything about that cover is weird. Let's talk about DCKO, because it's a little bit, I think we're getting into the nitty gritty of the tournament, and I kind of want to explain how to follow along. So Aquaman, the series on its issue 12 is going to be what they consider round 2 of the fight, which is Aquaman versus Hawkman. That's going to have its entirety in that issue. Other series kind of have their own story going on. So Wonder Woman, obviously Tom King is killing it over there with his ongoing story for 2 years now. So he's kind of doing his own thing. So they're doing a one-shot that features round 3 of the very same tournament, and that is going to be Wonder Woman versus Lobo. So if you're trying to hunt those, do as Keith did and take advantage of that filter system we have. Just click on that DCKO and make sure you're picking up each one that you need individually to read along.
Wonder Woman is bringing the variants there. Joelle Jones
goodness, is she?
And Dan Panosian stand out to me, but the others are no slouches.
Honestly, that Joelle Jones kind of put me back a bit. I was like, goodness, all right, that's a level up.
Yeah, this was very striking when we first saw it. The Panosian also just has a great positioning for the characters about what's going on, and you can kind of see that little small crooked smile there that about the pounding that she may be starting to give the boy behind her. So
This is correct. All right. I wanted to bring up some secondary printings that I have gotten multiple phone calls and direct questions for. In IDW, Event Horizon Dark Descent is getting its third printing for number 1, and I believe a second for number 2. Is that
yes,
right?
that
Okay,
is correct.
so neat thing. They are actually, it looks like a connecting cover, which is cool. But this is for those that liked Event Horizon, I think that everybody's kind of finding out about it late. And this is the perfect way to get that comic book, because I can't tell you how often I'm getting this question. It's probably, honestly, without hyperbole, it's probably once or twice a week. So
yeah, and Christian Ward, who has been at the helm of this, came together with these additional printing covers. You see where they match up, and they are pretty striking. They're laying out next to each other.
Let's jump over to Marvel and talk about a new comic they have called The End 2099. It's one of Keith and I's favorite, because he really likes to mess it up the way we label our items.
Normally we'd always skip the at the beginning, but this one it's proper.
It's proper. It has to be there. But The End 2099, we are getting a little too close to 2099, I guess, for the likes of Marvel. So we're going to blow it all up and we're going to move forward. We are going to start going to 3099. And what does that look like? So this is our basically the swan song of the 2099 universe, leading us into a whole new terrain of future weirdos like the null infected Galactus, which looks like on a cover, I think it's the 1 in 25, the ratio, which is really cool.
Get right back to that. You'll notice not all those characters are 2099 related. So yeah, the 1 in 25 Edwin Gallman.
That thing looks sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty. There's stuff going on and things.
Yeah. I think this
the
is
Delato Spider-Man 2099 here. Miguel O'Hara there. That's ridiculous.
Agreed.
And there is an interesting story going on there, because you can see a little bit of a pull of some older X-Men, some Age of Apocalypse. We're crossing the time streams, and we're going to turn around and see what comes of it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a whole mess of the future, and I think it'll be a fun ride. Next up, let's jump into, we'll go seasonal real quick. The first one's actually sold out on A's, but we do have a couple variants. One that I really like, the Adam Hughes variant and Oni Press. It's going to be EC Shiver Suspense Stories, Volume 2, number 1. This is going to be anthology horror-like Christmas things, which seems to be pretty popular this year. So if you enjoy the creepy and Christmassy, this is for you. Don't
that is the wrong mistletoe.
Yeah, that's no good. That's not good.
No bueno.
And then the other one is over at Mad Cave Studios with Pop Kills Seasonal Flavors. This is Paul Miotti and Dave Johnson doing some kind of like pinup style stories with kind of a pop pulp feel. But they have a Christmas special out as well. Another one that's probably going to be a little hidden by all the other craziness that's going to happen, and we're going to be talking about very soon. One of the crazier things that's happening, I think, you know what? Let's just talk about it. We keep blinking at it. Let's go into Absolute Batman number 15.
Is Absolute Batman a popular series, Richie?
It might be the most popular series to date. It's, if you ask any comic shop, both on a purchase level, we just can't keep track of the dang thing. Like, we cannot satiate the hunger that is this Absolute series. I'm happy as a Batman fan. I'm really happy we're all enjoying it. But it is crazy, and every time I just got caught up on the story. and it's high octane, absolute action all the time. Snyder is off the chain. No one has locked him down, and he is going to the stratosphere when it comes to his own universe. And I think he's just having a ball. And I feel like you can feel that through the story. What happens now is we focus on what was leaked, I want to say 3 months ago, and now is come to fruition. The Joker is here. We are going to talk about the absolute version of Joker. And if you look at the covers, you can see that this is not quite the Joker you're used to. It is going to be big. It's going to be talked about if you're on any of the forums in any of the comic book groups. This will come up several times. You are going to be kind of sick of talking about Absolute Joker by Sunday, I promise. But while it's hot and fresh, why not enjoy it? Let's be hyped about this really cool, ridiculous looking Joker demon thing. And the covers on it, goodness gracious. I don't know which ones are like the ones to have. I think the Dragata A cover is my like standard, but Jock variants seem to have a kind of a history of going pretty crazy. The Sanford Green is a really nice one, the 1 in 25, kind of showing the juxtapose of which Joker is which kind of thing. Brian Bolin on this variant here also teamed up with Jock on this, and that is horrifying. And then
quite a bit of difference here between this and Killing Joke.
Yeah, just a little bit. And then of course our Ben Oliver, just one of our staff had a nightmare of this cover because they were bringing the shipment in, and this caught them off guard. So this is special in my heart now. But yeah, there is no wrong pick. I know Keith went ham on this, so buy the comic up.
I did
get your comic,
but I'm already seeing the orders come in.
I know you are.
So like I'm seeing people grab multiple covers because they they have their stuff there, and people know what the aftermarket is gone with this series, where Absolute Batman is selling out there right now, and it's just quite wild. And one of the hardest things we have to do when we're like ordering in the reprints is that you would think that most of the time a reprint is just going to help the rest of the readers get up to speed with it, but we've just got people also just trying to collect every cover, and so the number of people buying and grabbing into that just keeps the numbers up. I'm very happy for DC and all the success they're having with Absolute. They're keeping us well entertained. They deserve all of the accolades on this. And one day we won't talk about it, but it's not going to be today. While you're here, we can bring it up right alongside of it. Absolute Green Lantern, trade paperbacks and hardcovers are on the shelf too. So if you are the trade waiter and waiting for that, if you don't know what's going on in Absolute Green Lantern, because that just doesn't look like Hal Jordan, that's probably because it's not Hal Jordan.
He's in there.
There are a lot of absolute twists to this series about who your characters are and who's doing what. But yet, as twisted as this world gets, there's still a familiarity to the characters. And so I think it's still being delivered upon correctly.
Yeah, I do like Absolute Green Lantern. And for those that wait, congrats. The pool is ready for you. Jump on in.
We will see how fast these sell out, although we are now getting a little bit further ahead and grabbing more and more of the trade paperbacks to try to meet demand.
All right. From there, we're going to go to another thing that I love. That is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We are on issue number 13 from IDW's run, but the difference is we have a new creative team. Jason Aaron is done. He has finished up his 12-part story, and it was great. I will miss him, but I absolutely welcome Gene Lin Yang and Freddie Williams II. Big Turtles followers, and a lot of people in Denver, just in general, love Freddie Williams. And this team, I think, will really shake things up and bring us to a new era of Turtles. With that comes a ton of new variants. One of them that I find pretty interesting is that our Eastman variant is now a team up variant with the just awesome Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop is basically the guy that's living all of our dreams that were Turtles fans in the 80s. He grew up loving Turtles and then ended up working with Eastman and Laird for Last Ronin, and now got to create 4 new Turtles, and now is co-working on variants with him, which is just fantastic. So, but there are some stunning variants in this with names that everybody loves, like Daniel Warren Johnson, Clayton Crane, Jared Cullum. Really cool variants, and because of that, they also have a blind bag.
So the blind bag's a little unique. This blind bag can contain any of the books that you've seen and can contain variants all the way up to, doesn't it say one in, what was it? I thought the original thing said like the 1 in 100, so the 1 in 250s are in here too.
Mm-hmm.
So randomly inside this are all the different covers. They're all piled in. But you also, just to be fair, to know you could hit just the main cover.
Yes.
It's not guaranteed to be a variant. It could just be the main cover. The thing that's really nice about it is that this is exactly the same price as the main cover.
Yeah, there's like, outside of just the gamble, there's no downside to buying a blind bag.
So I know Richie has to buy his Eastman,
Yep.
has to grab that.
Mhm.
So if you're in that boat where you need to be at something specific, options are still there. No problem.
Yes.
But if you'd like to take the roll of dice and see what you get, because all the covers do look good, you know, what if you could randomly hit like a 1 in 75 Daniel Warren Johnson?
I mean, honestly, the Daniel Warren Johnson is fire, but I think it's Jared Cullum has the Christmas one, and I love Christmas covers for Turtles, so I would kind of be hoping for that one.
Snowball fight in the background there.
Mm-hmm. There is also another variant I wanted to talk about in the Turtles universe, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures. This is an Eastman variant. He doesn't normally do adventures, but this is fantastic for those in the know. Ice Cream Cat was created with the 2010 cartoon, and the voice actor for that mutated cat is Kevin Eastman himself. So he drew his own character on a variant cover. For those that are interested, I would pick that bad boy up.
That is wild. That is deep nerd knowledge.
That is deep cuts. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Ultimate Spider-Man. There's nothing crazy going on. It's just Hickman has been absolutely killing it on this. This is the penultimate issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. So I thought we would highlight it. All the covers on it seem really, really cool as well. It's just, if you haven't been reading this book, I think it's going to be a special one down the line in the histories of Spider-Man talks. And it's crazy that we're already here coming up on the finale on it.
The 1 in 25 Bagley has got some chatter about it because obviously Spider-Man fans, Mark Bagley is on their Mount Rushmore of creators. So to have a new Bagley art on something like this is a really big deal. But that main issue also turns around and shows us not Spider-Man. Like he's a little out of character right here and all this. Like just beaten down on a Kingpin. But you know, there's reasons. We get there.
There are some pretty big reasons here. That's basically all I brought. I have a couple of DC variants I wanted to talk about. One being, go ahead.
I was going to jump in quick before, because we've got the nullifieds here in Marvel.
Yes.
While we've got them up, these are picking up a little bit of steam. Again, the idea of Null, getting a little symbiote action with the characters that you normally know. Huge artists on that like LaRocca, Clayton Crane, Lionel Francis Yu, Nick Klein. Just solid stuff there. Fun little what ifs.
I am not one to start unnecessary arguments. But if you are someone that does that, I would buy the end 2099 1 in 25 with the nullified Galactus and tell everyone else that they don't have a complete collection of the nullified because that came out at the same time. So
that's where you're gonna go with it.
I'm not saying that's true, but if you wanted to have the argument, it'd be there. That's content generator right there.
All right. Fair.
Next, I want to talk about Supergirl number 8. Has an awesome Jay Lee cover with Crypto on the cover. Them hanging out in the clouds. Think that's gorgeous.
Yep.
And then there is a really good Brian Boland cover on Gotham by Gaslight with just a whacked out Batman.
Batman's been hitting the sauce.
Yeah, he is ready to go.
He is on the gack. Okay.
Again, I was gonna say that I was gonna call them out as I saw them because they aren't labeled as like winter specials, but all new Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider had a Gahuru variant with Hellcat, doing a snow battle. They're calling them Stormbreakers. They're not. These are clearly winter specials, but wanted to point that out as well.
I don't think there was any others in Marvel this week that fall.
I didn't see anything that popped out.
I was doing a quick browse just so we do our due diligence here. A lot of obviously Age of Revelations. We're in the final month of that.
Yeah, these are all the closing of those stories. I know Unbreakable X-Men is people are really wanting to know how that ends.
Yeah. If you know, you're on those kind of thing and all this. We should still actually have a couple. Most of them are still in stock that we stocked a little bit deeper because we think that when the story finishes, we might see a little bit more in that.
I Hate Fairyland had a unique Youngblood team up variant, which is kind of funny.
Oh yeah, like and he did a black and white and a regular one of this. Scotty Young did, but collecting heads for Youngblood. And if you know everything out there and all this, you'll notice there's a box over here marked feet. If you know who the Youngblood color creator is, that might be
might be a.
The other one says pouches. So Scotty's good about this, and there might be some huge guns on the wall.
It might be, yes.
Just maybe.
For those that dabble, Stake Presents Jessame is back out, issue 3.
The 1 in 10 on that was ridiculous.
Agreed.
Who was?
Let's see it.
Is it Amp? Yeah. So I have one more of the 1 in 10 left.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's oh, if I clicked on that, I probably don't even have it anymore. Probably
and it's gone.
And it's gone.
And it's gone.
Oops.
Yep.
But that series with the amazing covers has really had a lot of popularity too. So
since we're coming to a close, I will bring up Transformers has a gorgeous Nakayama.
Oh man, that cover.
I know Sean's gonna lose his mind.
Just before we went live, I was asking him if he had seen this yet.
Yeah.
And he then starts asking me if I'd seen the transforming sound wave that's going across.
Yes.
And I'm like, didn't you buy that? And he's like, I ain't got no $1,000. And I'm like, quit lying.
Yeah. Fast forward to Christmas. We'll see.
Yeah. So really good stuff there. Yeah, it's a good week. There's plenty of options to have out there. Please turn around. Feel free to browse around the website at your own leisure. Add your cart. Get it all together. Put your order in. We will pull it and have it ready for you. Or you just come in. If you like the old classic, browse the rack. 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Come see me. I'll be there.
Yeah. Or you don't even have to speak to Richie. You can just do
That's correct. Anyway. You can avoid me completely.
It's fine both ways. We don't force anything. Do turn around and join us tomorrow night at 5:30. We'll be back on all these channels with the stream sale. My only hint for tomorrow night is that if you like Jock, maybe you want to show up.
You might want to be there.
Maybe you want to show up. Maybe you want to be there. Thank you, one. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We run this every week, and the new release. I'm sorry, the final order cutoff on Sundays. So feel free to always join us and chat up the comics.
We'll see you then.
Thanks, guys.
I Want More Comics and Games presents New Comic Book Day, December 10th, 2025. Absolute Batman introduces us to the man who never jokes in issue number 15. DCKO brings us round 2 with Hawkman vs. Aquaman 12 and round 3 with Wonder Woman vs. Lobo. The Amazing Spider-Man gets issue number 17. Marvel Knights Punisher is on number 3 and the end of 2099 is here, but the end is only the beginning when it comes to these heroes. Image Comics hitting their 90s stride with a new Transformers 27, Witchblade 17 and a brand new volume of Darkness from Mark Silvestri. A new creative team takes over the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for issue number 13. Miss Truesdale returns with The Rise of Man number 1 and Minor Arcana reaches issue number 12. Get what you want and more at iwantmorecomics.com.